Hey friends, thanks so much for tuning into my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe now. Make sure you tap the notifications button so that you will be notified every time I release a new video. And of course, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. So today's video, I just want to share with you all some books that are in my space, in my mind, that I'm reading or have read that I'm kind of skimming through again, and share with you a couple of songs that have been just on repeat play for me. As many of you know, I just finished up with my master's in ministry care, pastoral counseling in December of 2016, and so I just felt like, oh, I want to read all this stuff that I've heard about that I've been wanting to read. So yes, I still read a lot, even though I'm not in school right now. I've always been a reader, so yeah. And plus I'm preparing to go back to school, but that's a whole nother conversation. So as far as 2017 goes, I started out the year reading two books, and the first one is Uninvited by Lysa, TerKeurst, and then the second one is Detours by Dr. Tony Evans. And so what had happened was I started out reading both, and then I got into some different Bible studies and whatnot, and I really got into Uninvited. And I read probably 2/3 of Uninvited and then put it down for maybe about 2 weeks because I started doing some different things with my Bible study. And so for the most part, what I was reading was my Bible, and then I was doing some different devotionals. So yeah, I put Uninvited book down for about 2 or 3 weeks and picked it back up yesterday and finished it, and it was just so timely, like right on time. I picked it up in one of the latter chapters where she was going through Psalm 91. She put personal prayers under each verse of Psalm 91, and those personal prayers that she put just really resonated with me, and just where I am in my journey for spiritual and emotional health. I felt like, you know, it was so good. I read so much of it to start out with all at once and then put it down, but I picked it back up right on time. I would definitely suggest that book to anyone. Anyone. It kind of shares some of her journey with how God, you know, healed her and is healing her emotionally when it comes to the effects of rejection in different ways in her life. And so yeah, it's really tangible, pretty easy read, easily applicable, and like I said, it really resonates with me. You know, I'm in a particular space in my journey where I'm just really thanking God for some of the healing that I have experienced over the past couple of years. And I'm, you know, digging in and, you know, just opening myself up for God to continue doing his work in my life. So Uninvited was just bomb for me at this time. So the second book I started at the same time is Detours by Dr. Tony Evans, which I picked back up. And I mean, again, right at a perfect spot for me to pick that book back up. So in that book, and there's a lot of some different advertisements for it on YouTube, so you can check that out on Dr. Tony Evans' YouTube page. But really good book, another one that's great for the space that I'm in as far as just being in my journey, on my journey with God, and, you know, being on a journey still towards accomplishing some dreams, things that I believe he put in my heart, you know, a long time ago, things that I've made gains in, things that I haven't made the progress that I want to see, but I believe that I will, because I really believe, you know, a lot of things are not just things I want to do. They're a part of my purpose. They're giftings that I have, a passion that I have, or even compassion or empathy for other people. And I feel like God has developed me and is developing me with those gifts so that I can, you know, bring him glory and enjoy life, enjoy the life that he's given me. So if you are anyone who's in a space or you ever been in a space where you just, you know, don't quite understand where you are in your journey, or where you're wondering what's next, or why is this taking so long, or why did I have to go through that to get to this, Detours is just a really encouraging book, and it really helps to bring perspective to the events of our lives, the challenges, the mistakes, failures, successes, connections that we make with other people, disconnections with other people. Just a really biblically sound look at the detours that we experience in our lives that are divine detours, that help us to get where God wants us to be, and, you know, to a place where we can serve his purpose for our lives fully. Yeah, so definitely check out Detours. So those are a book that I am revisiting. Where did I put it? Is a book that I'm revisiting on the creative note is The War of Art. That's Steven Pressfield. I've mentioned this book before, probably on my YouTube, definitely on my Facebook, probably on my Instagram. Yeah, I've mentioned this book on Instagram and Twitter over the years. I've had this book for about 5 years, and I've picked it up several times, and there are just some different spaces in this book that I land and I kind of stay there for a minute. But for anyone who is a creative, for anyone who's working on a project, or anyone, if you're a writer, if you're an artist, you know, if you're a vlogger, if you're a speaker, if you're an editor, whatever things that are a part of your creative life, but sometimes you don't give the things that you need to, you don't give those areas of your life the time that you need to. This is an amazing book for you as far as helping you to stay focused and push past the inner resistance when it comes to doing the things that you need to do in order to create. Absolutely love this book, and I need it to help me stay focused in this space, because I'm in a space where I'm juggling academia with artistry, with my personal, spiritual, emotional health. Like, yeah, so doing a lot of things, and I feel like, you know, some people say, well, girl, you're single, you don't have any kids, you have all the time in the world. Well, I still have to manage my time just like the next person, and I do believe that one day I will be married with children, and I will still be a creative. I will still be a teacher, a leader, a counselor, an artist in some way throughout my life. So I will still need to learn in that new space how to manage my time and how to do the things that have been given to my hands to do. So anyway, long story short, I am revisiting The War of Art because I need it. And last but certainly not least, Eat to Live is a book that I'm revisiting. It was given to me a few years back, and this one, among some others, I dive into when I'm wanting to up the ante on my healthy eating, clean eating. I have a couple of good books along those lines, but right now I'm revisiting Eat to Live. So, boom. Those are my books that I'm reading. Stay tuned for the video that I filmed a while back that I'm going to post that shares about books that are great when you're on a journey for spiritual and emotional health. And as far as songs, yeah, songs that have been repeat for me, worship wise, have been Forever Rain by Hillsong, Good Good Father, Housefires, and None But Jesus, also Hillsong United. Like, those songs just, woo, right here for me. All day, every day. Those songs speak my heart and help me to connect with God. On some motivational, feel good, I've been listening to Love You That Much, 'Cause I Love You That Much by Mary Mary. And on some feel good, I've been listening to You're So Beautiful, Jussie Smollett and Yaz the Greatest. Probably 2 or 3 years after it dropped. It's just a feel good song, and I like it. So nevertheless, I will end this video here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, hit the notifications bell so that you will be notified every time I release a new video. Hit the thumbs up button, y'all, and share it with your friends. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you in my next video.